Today we're going to talk about responsibility because there is a movement out in the world today of not having the culpability for one's own actions in big corporations, in the medical establishment. And I think that we need to get down what is something that is within your grasp and what is something that is not. And so we're going to talk today about real, honest, healthy culpability. I am Ann Morrison, and this is Ahzhension Studios Morning Meditation. Thank you and welcome, and we're so glad you're here. And going through trying to figure out my own health, first, they got my hormones balanced. And now I hate pills. I have been very sick before. And I really hate pills and doctors and procedures and all of that stuff. So I'm trying to find the easiest way to stop the weight gain so that I can gain some control over my health. Because in menopause, everything, thyroid shut down, and so we got the thyroid fixed. We got the hormones fixed, and everything is balanced now. And then they give me the free Libra monitor thing to check your glucose to find out what's going on there. And then I found out I'm starving. Like, okay, I was eating the way you're supposed to eat now. Get rid of the real potatoes and go for sweet potatoes, and do seeds and nuts instead of doing potato chips, and stay away from processed food and artificial colors and artificial flavors and all this crap. Okay, I did it, and I was starving. My blood sugar was dropping multiple times a night, every night, which never allowed my body to get into a place where it would actually start burning the fat that was put on in this menopausal shift and everything that happened in that place. And then the doctor tells me to get this book. And the more I read about it, and it's like, okay, I'm good at taking responsibility. I can do responsibility for me. I can take it when it's my mistake, and I can own up to it. And so can you, right? Of course. But this is assuming that nothing else ever went on or ever happened. Good information, good diet probably works for a great many people. It didn't work for me. It didn't keep my glucose even enough for my body to not feel like it was constantly starving. And harder to find ingredients, more expensive ingredients that you're not sure if they were raised without GMOs. I take pumpkin seeds. Who knows if they're organic coming out of them bins and sprouts? I like pumpkin seeds, they're all right. But there's so much that is left up to being cognizant of our times. In our times, the air is polluted. The water is polluted. Our food is full of so many chemicals that are going to kill us. Tear down our systems. Break down everything. Our society's view on life is polluted. Our society's view on being kind to each other is polluted. This is not all your fault. And in that book, it kind of leads you to the idea that everything that's ever happened to you is your fault because of how you ate. Well, first of all, the first 20 years, you probably didn't decide how you ate. Somebody else did, a parent, right? And then you could eat anything and it didn't cause any problems at all. It's only starting to get a little bit more into adulthood that you start noticing that, whoa, this stuff that worked really great before doesn't work anymore, because our bodies also change. Our bodies change with our attitudes, our bodies change with our circumstances, our bodies change with where we live. Our bodies change with what is going on in the atmosphere. Our bodies change with whether or not we're able to take downtime, or maybe you just have to work that much. It's true. It happens. And so while there's some really good stuff in that book, and I would definitely try the diet like I did, be real about the fact that just because a medical professional, my granddaughter, just because a medical professional told you, just because somebody claimed, oh, this is all your damn fault. Oh, it isn't. It isn't. And it isn't about taking the blame for destroying yourselves. When you were back eating all them hamburgers and stuff and having a grand old time with soda and all that good stuff, it didn't affect you. It was fine because your body worked different. I saw a thing recently about how children's bodies actually deal with sugar differently than your body does when you're an adult. So if you get into the habit of sugar, then when you're an adult, it's going to wreak havoc. But there is no way of knowing that when you are creating the habit 8, 9 years old, right? 13, 14. You can only know what you know at any given time. And don't listen to anybody who says it's all your fault. And come on. That is just naive. There are hundreds of factors. And there are things we may never see, we may never understand. Somebody didn't get cancer because they chose to eat a russet potato instead of a sweet potato. Maybe they got cancer because the water was polluted where they were. Maybe they got cancer because something in their genes gave them cancer. Maybe they got cancer because of something else. And the thing is, nobody knows enough to tell you what it actually was. But sitting there and stressing your damn self out because, well, I did this to myself, like that book tries to tell you to do, that's messed up. Now, taking responsibility and doing something for your health in your life. Now, that's something you can do, and it does produce good results. I don't know if it's going to stop anybody from getting anything. I know for me, it gets me a better health overall in my life. And I'm in charge of it. And if I don't do it, I'm responsible. And somebody who's never done it is not yet responsible. Because you don't know the change that it makes until you do it. There is a school of thought out there that you can do a mental cleanse and start yourself anew with just a few minutes a day. And I'm going to tell you what it entails. So, of course, you do my meditation. Actually, that's not part of it, but it's something I would recommend, of course. What you do is you get up, and as soon as you put your feet on the floor, you do 1 minute of talking out loud things that you are grateful for in your life. You stay off of the news for 5 days. And for 1 minute, feet on the floor, on bed, before you go to sleep, you spend 1 more minute thinking of what you're grateful for and saying it out loud. That's it. It is so wonderful and so simple to do this mental cleanse and allow you to start thinking straighter and allow your brain the room and the space to do what it's supposed to do, which is think for yourself. Your routine is going to be the best one for you. And not doing a routine is saying that I'm not worth my own time in doing something that could create a healthier me. So you want to do something. But you don't want to blame yourself and your diet and your past for anything that's happening right now. Right now, you want to work on right now. What can I do right now? Switching from a negative thinking, especially when you're sick, is really friggin' hard, into a positive thinking mode can change a lot. It cured my lupus, but I don't know if it's going to cure what's going on with you. Everybody's everything is real, and it could be from 1,000 different resources. You're not to blame. Take responsibility from here on out about choosing to do something. Do a morning meditation with me. Find a hobby that takes you out of your own damn head. Cut down your news watching. Buy some organic stuff. Where you can. Stay away from the processed things. Make lunch. There's so many little tiny things that we can do that are positive going forward. And it isn't about beating yourself up for what happened before or trying to find blame with who did what to you. Because they did. They did. You're valid in that. It's about taking the reins now and using some good old-fashioned common sense with it. Okay. Did I eat terrible? Yeah. Was I also covered with pesticides? And was my food GMO'd? And was the air crap? And was there exhaust everywhere? And was it just a ton of things, right? Was the air being, filtered into the office? Did I have enough immunities that my body got over? Was I under undue stress? Was I trying to please people that were unpleasable? Did I spend my time judging and blaming? All of these things are things that we can do something about. And I don't know about you, but for me, I like feeling that I'm doing what I can. I'm not going to go buy GMO food if I know that's what's going on. But I'm also not going to stop having an occasional Pepsi and some chips or cookie. It's all a balancing act. And I'm the furthest thing in the world from someone perfect. I am not young. I am not thin. I am not vibrant. I am not the perfect picture of health. And it's okay. Because I'm good with me, and the truth is, I keep my brain pretty contented and happy and satisfied with myself. And you don't get that by taking all the blame. And you don't get that by spending your time worrying about who's to blame over here and who's not. And you don't get that by living in an atmosphere that tears you apart. So you make choices. And a choice you can make is to follow me in this meditation. Let's just see the truth. And let's be able to still our mind enough to really see the truth. Young kids get cancer for no damn reason at all. You can't blame that on how they chose to eat. Can you? Really? Really? Shit happens. And what do? We do our best to live the journey that we're on in the best way possible, as authentically as we can be. the fat old gal, whatever it is that describes you. Um, Turning things positive, I irritate some people with it. Absolutely. Okay, fine. But doing me, I get better and better at that. And I do believe that that's the goal. So, okay. Let's pop into the meditation. I'm going to start in our heart. Because this is the part that gets hurt when we start blaming ourselves for other people's shit, stuff that is just messed up, or random things that happen that are not ours to take on. Like the book is telling you, it's all your damn fault if you didn't eat properly. Well, now what? Truth is, I am putting less and less weight on the past. I'm concerned about what can I do now. I'm going to do that. And I don't have to take on the blame for everything. And following somebody else's diet didn't work for me a few times. So what I have to do is I have to find out what works for me. And that's heart. That is the heart that I give to myself, the heart that I give to others. Because you can tear yourself up with blame, guilt. And there's no doctor in the world who deserves to treat anyone like everything that's happening to them is their fault. That's just bullshit. I called it. So we're going to love ourselves. We're going to love this moment, and we're going to love the moments going forward because we can manage those. Those are within our grasp. I can choose my state today in this moment. And if it falls off course, I can do what it takes to get it back on course. And that's what I have control over. I can eat good, I can exercise, and I can live. And if something bad happens, it doesn't necessarily mean that is something that happened because of something that I did. It means that something happened. End story. You deal with it, you move on. It would be nice to eradicate the world from things like this, but it would certainly screw up the balance of the world too. Think about it. All right, heart chakra. Fill it up, green, full, take it up. Connect. Unconditional love, wisdom, download. Feel the different colors, the different frequencies, all vibrating, harmonizing together. A wonderful life. Ground yourself. Go to the mind palace and calm your tornado. Heart. The first thing we're going to do is be kind to ourselves. I want to know the truth. Did pixie sticks give me a problem? Or did stress give me a problem? Or did I don't know what gave me a problem? And now I go forward. And what I can do is exactly what I'm going to do. That's within my power. There is no blame. There's nobody to scapegoat here. This isn't no throwing nobody under the bus business. This is me taking responsibility for this moment and doing in this moment what I know can create a better result. I ain't taking on the weight of the world. Got enough. Taking care of my own backyard. I don't need it cluttered with a whole bunch of other people's business. I'll take care of my own backyard, and then I can go out and I can talk to others about little things, positive things that help you feel better now, tomorrow, tomorrow, and a month from now. Because that's the good stuff. That's the good stuff. That's the stuff that we're living in. Just allow me to have a calm brain that tells me the truth. It isn't about eating some corn chips. What good choices am I going to make today? What good am I going to flood my body and my mind and my soul with today? Because that's what I got right here, right now, and I'm going to make it beautiful. I don't need to take on the weight of the world. I don't need some excuse. I know there's some people out there still searching for diagnoses. It sucks. It really sucks. It'd be nice to have some idea what the function is that's going on. Well, I can tell you what you have going on right now is absolutely 100% real. It is not in your head. It is valid. It is solid. It is tangible. All I can tell you is that this is something that has incrementally helped me be a better, healthier me. And I really hope it works for you. Give it a shot. Bring it back in. Bring it up. Open yourself to the energy. Allow yourself to be the conduit from the ground to the ether. And let all points in between harmonize. And don't take on blame for shit that ain't yours. But you can open up, you can come back, and you could be present, and you could do something that has a very minimal chance of causing any harm at all toward your own wellness. And like for me, I just damn work. Wouldn't that be cool? Namaste.